Whoa! We are back. We're back I'm back at home in Atlanta. And Steph, you're back on the show. We missed you so much last week. Steph, how you doing?
It is so good to be back, Jared. I was watching you, and I loved how we were chatting it up, even in the show when I was having all the travel chaos. So glad you held it down, and Mikey was awesome on the show. Loved it. You carried the team very well, Jared.
Well, it's going to be better this time because you're back. Guys, welcome back. Everybody, welcome to Cheat Sheet, your last stop before your lock. I'm your host, Jared Quay Campbell. I'll be piloting this ship, but not alone because I got the wonderful Stephanie Otey doing good, right? We're doing good today, right? No weddings or anything today?
No bones today. It's a good day. And we got Thursday night football. Interesting matchup we have here. One of the worst, if not the worst team versus probably the best team. Like, this is an interesting one.
Yeah, but they got Russell Wilson and Sean Payton. They can't be terrible for long, or maybe they can. I don't know. You guys, we got you for 45 minutes. We're going to have some fun. We're going to give you guys some laughs. We're going to give you guys some great greened out, excellent picks, hopefully. And last but not least, we got a great guest today, Steph. We got Funny Marco on the show today, guys. You may know him from his Open Thoughts podcast. Big guy on Instagram. He does a lot of pranks and funny stuff. And so he'll be on the show later. But first, we got to talk about last week, more or less now, right?
Mm-hmm. We had a good week last week.
Oh, we had an amazing week, guys. Steph, more or less stealing plays. Last week, there was two teams that ran identical plays. The Lions and the 49ers ran a double reverse pass to a tight end from Iowa, and they both scored a touchdown, and they both were on the 39-yard line. Is this surprising?
I'm really in the middle of this. Like, I like when you come up with your own plays and everything, but like, honestly, eventually you're going to have to recycle some, and you need to watch more film. You need to be prepared for stuff that you've already seen across the NFL. So if both teams are able to score on this play, I think that if I were a coach, why not try it? You know what I mean? Like, if it's for two teams already, probably a good shot at playing it.
No. Both these teams are possibly the two best teams in the NFC, and I think it's a glitch in the matrix. I think that we need to watch out. There's something funky going on. I don't know what's happening here, but that should not be happening. Someone messed up on the NFL script. You know, they do a script, right? They have their plays and the whole system scripted, and someone messed up. Somebody got to get fired for that. All right, let's move along.
The play.
This is a new scripts. Steph, this is a new thing that I've been watching. Have you been watching LeBron James' Instagram? I'm more or less LeBron James pick'em. He does an NFL pick'em every week. He didn't like my Falcons this week, so he was wrong. He was terrible. But like, I'm concerned because LeBron is literally like, he knows his stuff. Like, he knows who's injured. He knows the coaching. He knows every game. He knows I think he's prepping himself to like take over Undisputed with Skip Bayless next year.
That's a really good point. He's got probably the best insight knowledge. I mean, he knows these guys well. Yeah, give us your picks if you got him. Although you say that they didn't hit, but I think I'm going to give him points primarily for the shirt he's wearing about Ohio. So I'm going to say more for this, but I think that was a really good point that he knows these guys. He can talk to them and he can know like how they're feeling because the media doesn't always get the insider knowledge. Like, they just give us media talk. They're going to tell us what we need to hear.
He's a little biased like you. I think he definitely is making his picks based on Ohio State. That's why he picked C.J. Stroud over my Falcons, who own the Texans. Let's go, Ritter's greatest Stroud. Shout out to Lucy in the chat. All right, we'll keep it going. This is one of my favorite things. There's a rapper named Simba. More or less, NFL recaps rapping. This is one of the best raps I've heard, too. Like, you got to listen to the lyrics.
Him. Lamar Jackson had two chances to get the win, but Mike Tomlin's defense came through in the very end. New England got beat by 30-something again.
He's good.
Belichick needs to go slide in Brady's DMs. Dolphins beat the Giants, but Jacksonville beat the Bills. If the Super Bowl was in London, I put my money on them.
I already want more of this.
I know, but it only lasted for 1 week. I feel like after this, it's like, yo, this is old.
Yeah, but you gotta keep it a series. You gotta do this week by week by week.
Hold on, he's about to get my favorite line right here, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know which one it is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit sexist, but it's a great lyric. It's a great lyric, guys.
That was his favorite line.
I want more than that.
I like when he jumps PrizePicks right here.
Yeah, everybody loves
That
PrizePicks.
was my
Everybody
favorite
loves
part.
PrizePicks. Shout out to Simba.
Yeah, that's great.
We're gonna-
That's probably my favorite, more or less, that we've had in this entire show. That was the best. That was awesome.
I'm calling now. We're going to get him in the show in the future, and he's going to do us a freestyle on the
Absolutely.
show, guys. All right, this is one of my favorite ones. Shout out to LaRuski in the chat. More or less, Bijan Robinson, the 8th overall pick, is unreal. This is the game-winning touchdown from last week. I'm right there. I don't know if you can see me. I'm in that video. But look at this. He catches this ball without looking. The Atlanta Falcons have a camera on the top of the roof.
Yeah.
And it's the best thing ever. Like, he shook that guy so bad that there's a guy there that's not even in the picture on the.
Yeah, his head was completely opposite.
Yeah, and I've been to every Falcons game this year. I'm pretty sure I've never seen Bijan catch a pass with 2 hands. He's like, I want to make this more
mad
enjoyable.
style points for this. Dude, yes. Yeah, more.
You
No,
think
he's
it's rookie of
getting
the year?
better week by week.
Rookie of the year or no? We giving it to Laporta, we giving it to Stroud. Who we giving rookie of the year to?
TJ.
Well, when the Falcons go to the playoffs, then we're gonna get it. LaRuski, back me up, baby. I know you're watching.
You gotta keep praying on that one.
All right, and then this is the last, more or less. This one hurts my heart the most because I'm a Cane. I graduated from University of Miami. I played on the team, and we lost last week. We were up with 33 seconds, up by 3 points. We can take a knee to win it out, but no. Mario Cristobal says no. I want to run the ball and I want to fumble it so we can lose this game and have all people talk about me on the PrizePicks cheat sheet show. No, but I do have inside information from this. I called a couple of coaches, like, what's going on? Apparently, the guy had 95 yards. Coach thinks it helps him recruit when you have 100-yard rushers. He wanted to get 5 more yards rushing, but you can't do that. You can't do that.
That's a lot of time.
We need less of this. I know a lot of people were very upset about this. I think somebody had a $45,000 wager on this and he lost his money because of this. But this is not Mario Cristobal's first time doing this. No, you would think it is. You think he fooled me once, shame on you. Fooled me twice, shame on me. But no, in 2018, when he was undefeated on the Oregon Ducks as their head coach, he lost to Stanford in the same play. They keep showing this one. Hold on, look at this. Down up by 3, 56. All you have to do is take 2 Ds. 2 Ds, he won the game. But no, fumbled and they lost this game. So, Steph,
it honestly angers me seeing that it happened twice. Like, I get the heart in it, but like, honestly, you're failing your team, and nothing is harder than seeing guys cry on the sideline. Gosh, there was videos of guys crying. He failed his team there.
Look at him. He has the look of a guy that just blew it. Like, he tried to blame it on someone. I should have stopped. I said, no, Cristobal, this is you. You don't have a crystal ball, Cristobal.
Yeah. Use your crystal ball and learn that you're not supposed to be doing that. It's already happened to you once.
Well, Miami's no longer undefeated because of that. And me living in Atlanta and knowing how bad Georgia Tech is as a football team, really it hurts. It doubles down as a wound. But that's it for more or less today, guys. Mario Cristobal win the rest of the game so we can go to the playoffs. Let's get into the next segment. Let's get into Steph's superlatives. You got some cool superlatives for us, Steph?
I love these. These are so fun.
All right, what do you have for us this week? What do you got on your superlative list for us today?
All right, well, we have a class clown, and this one goes to good old Sean Payton. Loses to Nathaniel Hackett. You can see here, before they even went into the game against Denver, they made this game before Nathaniel Hackett. He got fired in before he even finished one season. And you could see how happy he was when they picked Russell Wilson off for a pick 6. This one was clearly circled on the schedule before they landed on it. And you even saw in the beginning of the season, in the offseason in July, you saw Sean Payton talking about how, you know, it was making jabs at Nathaniel Hackett, and look where it ended up. He just lost to him. So this was a good win for Hackett. They gave him the game ball, and it made Sean Payton look pretty bad.
Yeah, that sucks. You know how much they gave up for Russell Wilson and Sean Payton combined? A crazy amount of draft picks and money. And so, yeah. And the Jets found a way to beat them. Jets won 2 games this season.
Yeah, they were definitely clowning. And you see what they've put in to build up that team. And they didn't even give Nathaniel Hackett a full season. He goes and beats the team. Like, this one was definitely a redemption. And I love seeing how the team wanted it for Hackett. You know, they were going after Sean Payton. The Jets were fired up for this one.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a rule I have in my playbook called never lose to anybody who has green hair. I'm sorry. CJ Azuma has green hair, terrible green hair. And so you can't lose to that guy. Also, he was on the Bengals when I was a Ravens fan when my brother was there. Not a big fan of Ozuma. I don't know why. Unless he comes to work with us and do the show, Ozuma, cut your hair.
Are you more or less on coaches trash talking? Because Peyton said it might have been the worst coaching jobs in the NFL history on Sean Payton, and then he got roasted by him.
I love it. I think trash talk should be part of the NFL. I think we should just have people. You either got to do a Marshawn Lynch saying of like, I'm only here so I don't get fired, or you got to roast the team. I'm tired of people with these politically correct answers. You know, these Chris Johnson, Zach Wilson's a good quarterback. No, I want some smack talk, all right? Let's make this a WWE.
That was the best advertising campaign when it was something about like a exterminator, and he's like, quit bugging me, quit bugging me, quit bugging me. That was one of the best advertisements I've ever seen.
Any other superlatives?
Yeah, the next one we got is the biggest breakout. This is Dallas Goedert. He had a quiet start of the season, but exploded in week 5 early. Like, he got out of the gate early. He got 8 passes on 9 targets for 117 yards. Plus, he scored his first touchdown of the season. And mind you, this comes after he had just 13 catches for 88 yards coming into week 5. And I mean, all fairness to Goddard, the Eagles are breaking in a new offensive coordinator. They're facing more defenses designed to minimize their strengths, but he really stood out. And I think it's most significant is his yards after the catch. That's always been a big part of his game, but he hasn't had many opportunities to pick up yards in chunks this season. So this was a big breakout game for him. And I think he's going to get a lot more looks as the number 1 tight end.
I mean, that offense is too stacked, though. Don't they have like 100 options between Swift, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith? Goddard, I just feel like how many people can score a touchdown? I mean, they're not going to score 50 touchdowns every week, but I do think he is in a prime position. You can't stop all of them. The tight end's going to get his love. I actually love that as a breakout star.
The thing I like about him is that, like, most tight ends are loud and big personality. George Kittle, Gronk, Travis Kelce, he is loud on the field. Like, when you give him the ball or you give him the looks, he really makes a statement. So I think he lets us play talk for him. And so he wasn't like nagging, he was blocking all season, and then they give him the ball and he really goes off. So I think he's a really good secret weapon for them. Like, yeah, they got receivers, but you know, tight ends are they can do a lot more than just block. So I think that was a really big game for him, and I can see it continuing to go on.
I love it. I love it. I'm looking at the chat. The chat is wondering where Marco's at. Marco will be on later. Marco is here, and he will be on later. We're going to keep going. Steph, who is the next superlative?
All right. Well, you got to have a heartbreaker, and the heartbreak city is New England, especially at quarterback. You bench Mac Jones, and you go for Bailey Zappi, and the past 2 weeks, Mac Jones turned the ball over 5 times. 3 of those were pick sixes. And then you go into Bailey Zappi, who went 3 of 9 for 22 yards with some bad overthrows in Sunday's loss. But prior to that, he was 4 of 9 for 57 yards against the Cowboys. So now you're looking at maybe is Mac Jones going to be the starter again? Bailey Zappi actually had more practice reps than Mac Jones did in the previous. That's what it was reported. This week, you know, they're saying it may not even be Bailey Zappi at this point. They may go to 3rd string quarterback Will Grier, who wasn't even on the team until a month ago. He came out of the practice team for the Bengals. This is just a hot mess for the quarterback position in New England. That's heartbreak city. And I think there's a lot of room for improvement for Bill Belichick, and it's clearly not what that franchise is used to.
Do you think they're getting blown out? Like, it's bad. You think that you think is Bill Belichick fireable? Like, even after all this history, could they be like, hey, hot seat?
Well, I mean, look at 1, he drafts very, very poorly. 2, there was a lot of talk about how involved Tom Brady wanted to be in their offense and deciding what they do with it. So it really makes you wonder who's responsible for all of those rings. Is it truly Brady or is it truly Belichick?
It's scary. It's scary how someone could lose their legacy in literally like 3 weeks. Like, I mean, if they don't win this weekend, I'm sorry. If they get blown out again, it's heartbreak central. Chat, tell me if you think that Bill Belichick should be fired, or you think he's unfireable based off his legacy. We're gonna keep moving. What do you have next, Steph?
Next up, we have the biggest perfectionist, and this goes to Harrison Butker, the kicker of the Kansas City Chiefs. He didn't have that great of a season last year. He was just 75% on his field goal attempts. So he's really rebounded this year. He's 10 for 10 in field goals and 14 for 14 on extra points. Still remaining perfect. He plays tonight and Thursday night football. And through his 6 seasons in the NFL, he's 33 on kicking attempts. So you can expect that to remain perfect for tonight. I mean, this is great. I mean, he's in a great position, especially to take him in Thursday night football against a much weaker team. But it's kind of remarkable to see how he converted that from last season. He's a perfectionist, and I think it'll last through this week as well. But really remarkable how he turned it around from last season.
You just jinxed him, I feel like. Anytime people talk about how great they are, I'm just like, oh, there's no way he's going to hit them all today. But, I mean, honestly.
He's set up for tonight, yeah.
I'm the kind of person that people get mad at. I'm like, if your only job is to kick the ball through the uprights, you shouldn't miss them. That's all the kickers do. When I used to play, like all the kickers do, they would never stretch. They would never go do workouts. They would just kick. They would sit there and drink water and kick a bunch of field goals. You can't miss them if you do. And I see.
I can't even imagine some of the pressure that they have in some of those make or break situations. Like, I mean, you could be the best kicker, but the nerves, I think the hardest part about that job would probably be the nerves. You can determine a game.
The hardest part about that is facing my brother who's blocked. You know that my brother, Quay Campbell, has blocked the most kicks in NFL history? He's has his record for the most. Yeah, he's blocked 11 kicks in extra points, which is crazy. And so,
yeah, that's sick. NFL leader in any stat. That's awesome.
Yeah, and then also the Laruski, who's active in our chat, Koo, I think, is the best kicker in the league. I'm not going to say how well he's going to do because you can jinx him. But he was so good that the Falcons took a knee. Instead of trying to score, they were like, oh, no, we'll just kick a field goal to win the game, opposite of what Miami did. So shout out to Laruski, shout out to Koo. In fact, every time in the game, people think they're booing when they kick a field goal because everybody in the stadium goes, Koo. Cool, but if you see 1,000 people say
I
cool,
saw that in the chat too. They were saying "boo," yeah.
It sounds like someone saying "boo," which I sometimes boo when they don't kick the field goal. All right, do we have any more superlatives?
I got one more for you. This is your knight in shining armor, the hero, and this comes to a team that really needed a hero. NFC Offensive Player of the Week, DJ Moore. He really came out with a big game, career high 230 yards. Plus 3 touchdowns on 8 catches. He's now among top 5 receiving yard leaders and is tied for 5th for most receiving touchdowns. Really rose up. He's ranked 3rd in yards after the catch as well. But he made Bears history this game as well. Moore has 230 receiving yards in that game. That's second most in Bears history. He's the second Bears receiver to record at least 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in a game. He's the only Bears receiver to ever have more than 500 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns in the first 5 games of the season. I mean, I know Justin Fields had a great game as well, but I mean, they needed this, and DJ Moore showed up. They haven't won a game in over a year. They got their first win since October 2022. And I'm not going to say they're back on track, but they got some juice. Like, this was a big pick-me-up.
I mean, honestly, DJ Moore alone, if the Carolina Panthers continue to lose games, they're going to almost guarantee the Bills the first pick overall. And you got DJ Moore. I think that's a win in its own right. And honestly, what happened last Thursday is exactly why I think the Broncos might win. I know I said that, people get mad at me. Wow. It's the Chiefs. They're one of the best. But everybody's down on you. They're all doubting you. You have nothing to lose. Go out there and just play some football. Russell Wilson is still a good quarterback. You got Cortland Sutton. You got Jerry Jeudy. I mean, at this point, I feel like that's exactly what happened last week. Everybody's like, the Bears are terrible. The Bears are terrible. DJ Moore scores 3 touchdowns, makes history as a Bear. Chat, don't roast me, but I think the Broncos could win this game because of just – it's the NFL. You can't lose every game.
Taylor Swift, the Chiefs are 2-0 with Taylor Swift in the stands, and she's going to the game tonight.
I'm more for the Broncos because of Taylor Swift. They need to lose so she stops getting all credit. We're going to get into that later. All right. Obviously, we got Marco on the show. He's a diehard Chiefs fan. We'll talk to it. We'll be right back after this cool commercial. You guys will like it. And we're back. There you go. They've been looking for you. The chat's been looking for you. We got Marco in the building. What's up, funny Marco? How you living, brother?
Hello. How you doing, Steph, too?
Hey, you made us feel like I was like the weekend at the Super Bowl with the camera angles there. I was like, it's the weekend Super Bowl performance.
I know, right?
Okay, wait. So I don't know if you saw the commercial they just played. Both of y'all were on it. I gotta know, what was it like filming that with Jared?
It
What
was
was the
great.
behind the
We
scenes
we
insight
we
here?
really was in guacamole. So it was on our clothes. So that was really that was exciting being in guacamole.
Yeah. And I was in character. I was a genie. I made sure I felt like all genies got stinky breath, so I didn't brush my teeth that day, and I was just all up in Marco's face with hot breath, man.
Yeah, he kept talking to me too. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Just messing with you, man. Marco, we're excited to have you here, man. Obviously, the chat's blowing up. They love you here, man. You're a huge PrizePicks player. We all know that, man. So, like, my first question to you is, can you tell us any of your, like, what's the biggest greened out slip you had on PrizePicks, man? You ain't gotta tell us a number. Just you hit a 5 pick, a 4 pick, a 6 pick. I feel like you only do 6 picks.
I'm a 6 man. I gotta. One thing I gotta do. I gotta be reasonable for my fans. So now I have to start sharing 4 mans. So I know I have a good 4 all the time, and then my 6, I go with my God and my faith. But I can't be stingy. I'm just gonna start posting 4 man for my fans, and then do the 6 for me, because I know sometimes 6 it could be a little bit, like a lot. Like, dang, that's a lot to depend on.
You usually get like 5 out of 6, right? You never really. It's always hard to get 6. You get 5 right.
It's always 1.
Well, I did see recently that you talked to Trey Young about how you learned about loans. I'm dying to know if you have any advice around money that you would have to offer to all of us out here. Do's or don't? The loans was hysterical.
When you win on PrizePicks, make sure you take a little out and leave a little in. So don't take it all out. So always always do the percentage. Like, take a little bit, leave a little bit, because don't take all of it out. Do not take all your money out when you do on PrizePicks. Leave some in there, please. Leave some in there.
What did you think it was, like Monopoly money?
Man. Yeah, I did.
That is just so funny. That killed me.
Yeah. Marco, you got a podcast. Your podcast has been low-key booming, man. We got Open Thoughts, man. I've seen you had Tutti on it, man. You had Sexy Red. A lot of people on it, man. My first question is to you. A, how's that going? And B, who's the dream guest? Like, who's one person you want us to shout out on this show to say, hey, come do Open Thoughts?
Okay, so I got some too. I'm going to keep it in the sports lane. I got Tom Brady. I got to do Tom Brady. We're just getting everything clear. And me and Marshawn Lynch is working one out. So I'm going to fly out to Marshawn Lynch.
What?
I'm actually do Thursday night football with him. So we're finding which one will be great. It would have been dope to do this one because it's in Kansas City. Because it is in Kansas City, right?
Yeah, it's in Kansas City.
See, this is the one that we should have bought, like, but so I'm working one with him. So dream guest. Antonio Brown. So I just reached out to him again because I got a lot of questions to ask.
Oh, that was a big one.
That's gonna break the internet. That one breaking the internet.
Yeah, it will.
I'm excited for it though. Everybody, if you are here and you don't know Marco and you haven't got a chance to watch Open Thoughts, please tune into it. When Tom Brady's on it, you get the GOAT on there, man. It's game over, and then Marshawn Lynch, and then obviously we get Antonio Brown. We're gonna break the internet.
Right.
Let's get it. All right, we got to. Your team. You're from Kansas City. Obviously, a Chiefs fan. One of my questions to you is, are you a Swiftie?
Am I a Swiftie? I support. She's a Kansas City, so I'm a Swiftie now. I've actually been. Not against nothing.
Yeah, I never heard that song right there.
You're and I were looking at a Mount Rushmore of Taylor Swift songs, and we literally didn't know a single one of them on the list.
Yeah, it was
how many Taylor Swift songs? Could you name 5 right now? Do you know 5 Taylor Swift songs?
I know them when I hear them. So that's one thing. Yeah. So like, and then I know. Dang, I wonder what's that song where she was talking about the boyfriend. She's like, I wish she was like me, and she had the boyfriend across the window when she did the video.
A lot of this.
Yeah. So I'm definitely a Swiftie now. She in Kansas City. Yeah, he took her around in town. It went viral when they went outside, it went so viral in Kansas City. Like, she the biggest thing that than being in Kansas City. You know, Beyonce just went, so shout out to the Beehive game. So, but she's in there a lot, so it's just like they're happy because she's like putting a lot of spotlight on Kansas City.
Yeah, she's
All right,
going
but if y'all start losing, are y'all gonna turn it? We blame it Taylor Swift.
No. If we start losing, it's because like we're still getting it together. So that's it. It has nothing to do with her. Like right now, we're trying to get the main wide receiver. We like going in and out, and everybody's touching the ball. So right now we're Rice, our rookie wide receiver. And Watson too is really like I really feel like them could be the two men on the side.
Do you think she's his good luck charm? I mean, they went 2-0 with her there, and then she didn't show up, and he went out. He got hurt.
We gonna see today.
Yeah, this game will determine everything.
if she what am I say? If he scored a touchdown, then yeah, she is. It's her.
What if we played F, Marry, Kill with Donna Kelsey, Brittany Mahomes, and Taylor Swift? The three ladies of the Chiefs.
Three ladies of the Chiefs.
How would you decide? F, Marry,
let's make a hug, Marry, Kill. Oh, you can't put Donna. Yeah, we're gonna make a hug.
Hug, Marry, Kill.
Hug, Marry, or leave locked
the
out.
premise of the question.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna plead the fifth because they're in a relationship with my people, so they're not single women. So I'm gonna plead the fifth because they with the guys.
It's a smart answer. No. That was a smart answer. I was wondering how you won't get out of that, Marco.
That's probably the best you could do there,
yeah. Yeah.
Well, speaking of football, do you want to get into some football picks, Marco? Are you guys ready for
today is the day I want people to win their prize, like whatever they want. It's on me.
There we go. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Marco said he came
we walking
back
away
from the
with
future.
W's today.
He came back from the future, and this Let Him Cook is going to be him giving you guys some greened out entries. Let's let him cook. Go ahead, Steph. Put the prop on. Let him cook. All right, Marco. So this is how this works. You gave us some of your squares you liked. We're going to put them there. You're going to describe why you like them. The chat's going to say if they agree or disagree. And if they agree, we're going to keep letting you cook, all right? So can you tell us about your first square? You got Tyreek Hill, more than 86.5 receiving yards, which seems like a lot to me. I like it. Tell us why you got Tyreek Hill on there.
Tyreek is always, you never go against him. So either you with him or you never go against him. So if you don't pick him, leave him alone. So I feel like I went with him because it's more like he's hungry. So not only that, he's playing for like, he tunes in. Like he wants his Madden rate to go up, and he wants to go. He just want to go hard on everybody. So I feel like he's a beast, and he's like, he don't let you down. So I feel like you got to go with Tyreek.
2,000-yard season. That's like his goal. Yeah. That he was talking about it going into this season.
Yeah, it is. Him and Tay Diggs, Stephon Diggs is it right now. Yeah, you got to get him. Like I don't feel bad if he go under. If he goes under, I don't feel bad. Because I feel like he always do. So it's like, okay, it got me. So he's one of them people that you don't question. He's like LeBron James right now.
Yeah,
they fining him $100,000 every game too for no socks. So he got to get them yards.
Yeah, he ain't worried about it. He making that. He making that on YouTube.
There we go. All right, the chat is agreeing with you, man. We cooking. All right, let's put some toppings on this thing. What we got next, man? It looks like we got a Cooper Kupp, more than 86.5 receiving yards, the exact same number, which is crazy. Why you like Cooper Kupp?
Because he is slot. You see what he did last week, right? So with the stats that he's doing last week, and then they also got a new wide receiver, it's kind of like a little pressure off of him because he's been injured. So they kind of like not own him as much. So this is him getting his get back. So me, again, I just feel like it's a low-key pick. It's a low-key one. It's a sleeper. So with picking this one, it's just like, I like to go with the quarterback and the main wide receiver. You can't lose, Yeah. So it's just like, I don't feel bad. Yeah, because at the end of the day, all he needs is like a couple breaks. If he get 3 big passes, that's all he need to get that.
I know. I like it. I just don't like the fact in this picture he don't got a stash. Hey, what the hell is your stash at, Cooper Kupp? He ain't got a mustache.
It's like a lumberjack.
All All right, let's keep cooking. The chat is definitely with you. They rocking with you right now. What else we got? We got the last one. It looks like we got Stephon Diggs, more than 82.5 receiving yards, bro. We like the receiving yards. What's up? Why you liking Stephon to get more than 82.5?
Stephon Diggs is a bounce back game. He upset. He did not like how that game went. So the fact that he's right now, I feel like he's playing to let them know he might ask for a trade soon. He's just letting them know I got it. And if y'all ain't feeling me right, I'm about to eat up, and I'm gonna get my money and I'm gonna go. So he's playing with. He want them to win, but at the same time, he want to get fed. Like, just feed me the ball. Like, feed it to me. Again, it's like he's like the Dwayne Wade, you know, and he just need that Shaq. So I feel like the wide receiver, you can't count him down because that's the number one. Like, he's the number one that he got to go to. And Allen is upset too because of the game that they lost. So he did not like that. So I feel like this is where they put numbers on the board. Like, not only where it came to win, but we want to beat y'all because we still upset.
You love receiving yards.
Yeah.
I love when Stephon Diggs scores touchdowns. He's the funnest person. Like, of all touchdown celebrations, I got to give Stephon Diggs the best. He gets the award for best touchdown celebrations. Tyreek Hill has a good time. He's fun, but Stephon Diggs is creative. He adds creative points. So, therefore, I think those all green out. Guys, if you think he was cooking, you can take Marco's plays for your own. Go to the promos tab, hit the bottom of the app, pick promos, select Marco's community plays, place entry, and it's as easy as that. He greens out, you green out, everybody's happy. Look at the picture of you too. Funny Marco's flex plays. Hey Marco, how come you never fully smile in your headshots, bro? You give us a half smile, man. You got good teeth, man. You got to be cheesing on them headshots.
Because back in the day when I used to smile. Okay, yeah, let's get into it.
You don't smile no more.
All right, now what are we getting into next? It's hot.
There we go. All right, we are moving along, though. We're going next to the pick is right. This is PrizePicks play on the Price is Right. We have 3 squares that we are going to give you the player, but not the actual projection. You guys are going to guess what you think their projection should be based on how you feel like they're going to play. And we're going to see how close you are. Whoever's the closest is the winner. For this episode, we're going to do passing yards. We're going with one of my favorites, the new GOAT, just for the Atlanta Falcons at home. He's never lost at home. Desmond Ridder. Obviously, he had a crazy good game last week, his best of his career, 338 yards. But usually he's like a 190 guy. What do you guys believe Desmond Ridder's what do you guys think Desmond Ridder's passing projection should be?
I think I think that game was an outlier. I would say low 200s. I'll say 200 flat.
Really? I say like 196.
196 and 200 flat.
Yeah,
well,
200.
Steph, you were pretty much spot on. It's 202.5 passing yards, which is pretty close. As a Falcons fan, I'm nervous about that. I don't know if that's something that, as a Falcons. I mean, Marco, you coming to the game? By the way, are you gonna be in Atlanta this weekend, or you got to travel?
No, I'm here.
We got a ticket for you in the booth if you want, man. So you come on.
Let's do it.
All right. Up next, we got Lamar Jackson, former MVP, one of the highest paid quarterbacks, having a so-so season this far, which is still great numbers. Going against the Tennessee Titans. What do you guys think Lamar Jackson's passing total should be? Marco, you want to go first or you want Steph?
239.
239.
Okay, all right. That's all right. I'm not going to give you any clues.
I feel like this is Jeopardy. Like I think I'm going to go less than 239. I'm probably okay. Well, I'm reading some of the chat. They're saying 230, 240. I lean like 210, 220. I'll do 215. I'll go
this
in the
is
middle.
A former MVP. This is Lamar Jackson.
I know, but like he's been in the lower 200s, and I mean they're playing the Titans. I'll give him 215. I'll do 217.
217. Well, that makes it really more difficult. Marco, you were gonna win with 239 until she dropped it 2 yards. His projection is 223.5 passing yards. which means Steph is only, 6 points away, 6 yards? So, Steph, you're on fire right now. You're
Okay.
cheating. Is the chat helping her? Hey,
Victor,
Marco,
you
use
help
the
me
chat.
out. You talked me to go for more. Okay.
Marco, use the chat next time because she's cheating. All right.
I got
And
you.
last but not least, we got Ryan Tannehill going against the Ravens. Ryan Tannehill has been so-so this year. He's not really known their run-first team, but he's been getting a lot of passing yards. What do you guys think Ryan Tannehill's passing projection should be?
He's been all over the place this season.
I got
Use the chat,
under
Marco.
200.
Use the chat.
I'm just going off of what I think. Let me see if I know if I'm quick. I got like 198.
198. Oh, you're going lower. I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna guess more than that. I don't think I want to guess more than Lamar Jackson though. I'm like trying to measure off of his. I'd probably do like. You did under 200. I'll say 210 or 205 or 210. I'll do 207.
207. All right. Marco, I'm sorry, but this is a clean sweep by Steph here. I think she might be cheating. I'm not sure. The actual projection number is 210.5. So she's like 2 yards off.
210.
I'm
But
really surprised.
you know
Steph,
what? I'm saying what it should be.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
No, I think you're saying what you are. So you got less than. You're gonna pick less than on Ryan Tannehill. He might not get to 210.
It's easier to go second, honestly, because once he gives his, then I can just make my guess from there. So I think it's harder to go first.
Marco's giving the actual yards. He's from the future, guys. And so Tannehill's getting 298, and which that means less than. He likes less than on Tannehill. He likes more than on Ritter, and he likes more than on Lamar Jackson. You see, that ain't no guess. That's what it's gonna be. But for the sake of the game, Steph, you are the winner and remain undefeated.
That is shocking.
I got you.
All right, now we're gonna get to talk to Marco about his favorite team because tonight's game is the Kansas City Chiefs at home taking on the Denver Broncos, who have been lowly. Obviously, Marco, I think I know who you want to win this game. I don't know if everybody knows, but Marco actually has a tattoo of a Kansas City Chiefs logo with the Super Bowl right there. If they win again, he get another tattoo. Marco, you got another Chief. You got more room for
I'm getting
another
it
Chiefs
before.
tattoo?
I'm getting it. Right. First game of playoffs. I'm getting it there.
Oh man! All right, live streaming so we could all see. I hope it goes well though. You my dog, so I don't want to see everybody roasting you if they lose in the division round.
No, we getting it. We're getting it.
I'm gonna say this. I said earlier in the show, just off of I'm from Denver. You're from Kansas City. I'm rooting for the Broncos. I'm just gonna let you know that off top. They're hungry, backs against the wall, nothing to lose. Travis Kelce's distracted by Taylor Swift. Pat Mahomes is distracted by Brittany Mahomes and Jackson Mahomes, and the rest of those receivers, guys that could probably be on the practice squad for the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos. Steph, who you got? Who you want to win? Who you think is win, Steph?
I'm not rooting for anyone in this game. I'm rooting against the Chiefs. I just don't want to see them win. That's not my favorite for the AFC. The Bengals need to shape up. That's who I would like to win out of the AFC, and they got work to do. So a loss from a very weak team to the Chiefs would be very favorable for me.
Yeah, and the Chiefs are 0-1 on Thursday Night Football. So Marco, help us out, Marco. Help us out. I know. All right, this is what Marco's gonna do. All right, forget the wins and losses, right? Marco, you're a pick six guy. You gave us 3 for a community play, but you're a pick six guy. So how about this? Can you help us out with a pick six for Thursday Night Football? I think you sent us some. Let's go through Marco's Thursday night pick 'em. You want me to read them out? Or you want to read them out, Marco?
Nah, I got you. I'm listening. You got it.
You got more than on Patrick Mahomes rushing yards over 21.5. He's been running a lot this season, so I do like that. Why do you like Pat Mahomes to get more than 21.5 rushing yards?
Because we're iffy with the wide receivers right now, so his wheels are still there and his legs are working. So I can see him probably third quarter making this happen.
He's had 6 or more carries in 3 of the past 5 games, and he's had more in his rushing yards 4 of those games.
If you guys remember the Super Bowl, he took those 7-yard knees, and he actually took less than on yards because of that. So hopefully they don't go into victory formation. They go full Mario Cristobal. All right. Up next, you got Russell Wilson, letting Russ cook. You got him more than 15.5 fantasy score. You think Russ gets a touchdown, a couple touchdowns, maybe runs him in, maybe wins the game?
I can see he's gonna get at least one or two. He got to get one though. I can see that. I know this is gonna be a good game. This is gonna be like a rivalry comeback. So this is gonna be a big scoring game. This is gonna be a big one.
All right, I can dig that. I hope he gets more than that because they win the game. Up next, you got Harrison Buckner, who Steph is one of her superlatives. More than 1.5 field goals made. You like that? You think he's automatic? He's not going to miss?
The perfectionist.
Yeah, field goals are really good because it's defense. You know, people are show up to play. They get paid to play. So halftime. Because what I really be banking on is before they go in halftime, it's only like 4 seconds left, and they got to kick it. They get that, and then it might be the end of the game. They got to kick it. That's 2 right there. So I always think about the halftime mark and winning field goal mark. So
I like that.
You can't go.
Well, this is the thing. As me doing my sweat sessions, one of the things that always comes up is somebody be like, I need more than on field goals. And the team is like, we're running the clock out. And you're like, please stop and make them kick a meaningless field goal. So that's the only thing I worry about. Up next, you got Isaiah Pacheco. I don't know how to say this guy's last name, Steph. It's Pacheco.
Pacheco.
Check on your O's.
Put some respect on my
What? We got Pacheco receiving yards more than 12.5. Why do we like Pacheco to get more than 12.5?
A good thing to let you guys know. The running backs are getting receiving yards. That be happening so much in the game, and it's overlooked. So you gotta throw that slant to the side. So you're gonna get that slant. Like it happens a lot. Even when I play Madden, I use it a lot. So I think of Madden a lot, where usually sometimes out of 10, the running backs are getting more receiving yards than the receivers.
Yep.
And the Broncos are allowing the most rushing yards per game and the most receiving yards to running backs.
Yeah. I'm learning not to go off the past tense game because they always go in with a new game plan. So I be like, when this is like right now they homecoming. Even if they win this game, it's big for them because it's the Chiefs. You see what happened with Detroit. So even though they didn't lost a lot of games, this is a game that the Broncos must win because of the rivalry, and it'll help the division. If they beat us, it'll help them out in the division.
Yeah, and Sean Payton was awful last week, losing to the Broncos' former coach.
This is the Broncos Super Bowl. All right, up next, you got Javonte Williams, Bronco player here. More than 35.5 rushing yards. I love this. I just want to know why you love it because you think this team going to lose.
I love it because one thing that Russell is going to try to do is get Judy Jones together. So Judy Jones is an emotional player. When he don't get the ball, he get upset. So to get the fantasy that I want for 15, he got to score a touchdown. And I want Judy to get it because Judy is him. And we don't have good corners. Our corners is kind of like we got Snell and all them. So, it's iffy, but I wouldn't put my money on our corners, like not getting beat by elite wide receivers.
Well, that's weird because of your combo play, which I was actually skeptical of. You got Jerick McKinnon, Cortland Sutton, and Jerry Jeudy.
You know what's crazy?
Less than a touchdown. Less.
You know what? I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know that. Just now. I meant more. Jesus.
All right, we're giving them an edit on this one, guys.
You know what I just did?
I'm gonna die. Did you actually? Are you checking your app?
I was explaining the wrong pick when I was saying that. I did the wrong one. Hold on. Yeah.
Wait, did you actually place it? Did you place the entry as less?
I know. I did more. I did more on the thing.
Okay, so you just sent it to.
Okay.
I would have died if
Marco.
And you know what?
Marco, this is my gut feeling.
And I didn't explain the running back. I thought you was on that. That's why I talked about Judy. The running back, he's gonna run on us because I feel like they're gonna get that because they're gonna run it. They gotta get him in motion to get Russell Wright, the running back, gotta be on point.
I like it. Javonte Williams is a tank. Like you can't tackle that man with just one person. So he moves a whole team. So I think 35
I feel like he's
is
a free
relatively
pick.
small.
He a free pick. For him missing that game, they got him so low. So get him now because next game they're gonna have him up high.
Yeah, and you got so much flexibility, like insurance with multiple guys in there too as a combo.
This is just my gut feeling. I think this 6th pick right here is gonna green out, even with the less than. But you know what? If y'all, you change it on your own. I just know Marco came from the future to do this show. This is gonna hit, Marco. You guys, if you're watching this, what you see on the screen, take it. Marco ain't wrong, all right? Look at that. They got his headshot up on the next screen. He not wrong, all right? Less than on Jared McKinnon, Sutton, and Judy scoring touchdowns. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. Those guys never score touchdowns. We rocking.
Margo, me and Jared were talking. Thought he was going to ask you. We've been dying to know who put the funny in front of your name.
It was a crackhead.
Oh, whoa! I was not expecting that. What's the backstory?
I stayed in the hood, and he was like, my name was Marco. He was like, well, you funny, Marco. You so damn funny, Marco. And then I was like, yeah, you now go in there and give me a soda, cause I used to buy him pops and stuff. So I used to get him stuff, and he was like, you funny, Mark. So he kept always saying that before I went in. I always said funny stuff to him. He was like, boy, you funny.
Hey.
What'd you say?
You have funny Marco tattoo. Hey, Marco, in my neighborhood, if a crackhead call you funny, that mean they mad at you. You funny. You funny, that mean that you didn't give them no money, so you got to be ready to fight.
This one was a happy one. This was a happy one. He was happy.
The happy one.
he was a crackhead that just got his product. No, okay. Yeah. No, Marco, how many tattoos do you have, man? Are you sleeved up? You can see the neck tattoos. What's the most recent tattoo? What was the first one?
Kansas City. I got Kansas City when I was in middle school, and I got Kansas City when they won the Super Bowl.
All right, we got to leave more space
for done in middle school.
I was getting tattoos because I wanted to give like that tough vibe, like don't mess with me. Cause at heart I was scared, For a lot of people, when you get tattoos, it's like, yeah, don't mess with him. But it didn't work. They still mess with me.
Yeah, you went from tough Marco to funny Marco.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, and last question, Marco. Obviously, can we adapt you if the Chiefs win tonight? Can I adopt you as a Falcons fan for this weekend, man? Get you in a Falcons jersey, get you a bunch of pictures taken so you can come to the game. We about to be 4-2, which is one of the best seasons we had since 2017. Laruski, if you in the chat, shout out Marco. Come on, join the bandwagon, bro.
Let's do it. I salute to Atlanta. I want them to go far. If we get my picks right, I'm going there. I'm taking a picture with you on my page with the jersey and saying Atlanta's going all the way to the Super Bowl.
Boom. You heard that? And he about to hit his 6 pick and the 3 pick. We there. All right. Well, Marco, we appreciate you obviously being a part of the PrizePicks family. You come on and help us out so much. Hopefully you green out today, man. Thank you for doing cheat sheet. And let's go your pick 6. I want the Broncos to win, but let's go your pick 6 win.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Get me out of here. I get it.
Take care, boss. I love Marco. I had to bite my tongue not calling myself Silly Polo. That's my new nickname, guys. And if you guys see me, I'm Silly Polo. He was trolling us. I'm sure there's no crackhead in him. Funny Marco. Steph, I had a fun time doing this with you, Steph. I can't wait to go back to next week. Hopefully Ohio State pulls this one out this weekend. Who they playing? Just before we go.
Purdue. It's not even. But I will say Purdue's usually a trap game. Like they can surprise you. It's usually when Ohio State gets caught looking ahead, and I'm not nervous about this game, but like honestly, Purdue's one of those teams that will like surprise you and really derail you. So I'm gonna be watching, but we'll be fine.
There we go. My Miami Hurricanes are bouncing back, guys. They're going to beat North Carolina this week. So just so you guys know that's where we're going. And before we go, guys, like you saw on the show, you can take Marco's play as your own right now in the promos tab. Head to the bottom of the app, pick promos, select Marco's community play, and press place entry. It's just that easy. You guys can easily tell his picks. And if he greens out, you green out. We all win. In fact, for Meek Mill's community play, actually last week, someone was granted $1 million opportunity. PrizePicks always does special promos, so you never know what's going to happen. That's it for us, a cheat sheet. We will see you guys next week, and let's go Falcons, and let's go Broncos. Take care, guys.